Okay, well at this time you can go ahead and pass the index cards down for the questions and answers. And I'm going to ask that Ed Hamilton, Gerick Smith, and Karen Hester come forward, please. The first question: is Shannon Place the designated location for the new facility, or are you looking for a new warehouse building?
We're looking for a new warehouse building.
The second question: what is the approximate dollar value range of the project?
We're hoping to determine that based on what's available out there. Like I'm sure was said, we're looking to see what's available to us, and then based off that, we'll make a determination of how much we are going to allocate towards this project. So basically, we don't have an answer to that question yet, but we're looking for further information to make that determination.
And what is the estimated size of the facility?
Okay, as I mentioned earlier, the current facility is roughly 110,000 square feet. In consideration of the planning efforts, as I mentioned, we have a requirement for storage of items that will be there for up to 65, 70 years. So we're looking for, obviously, for expansibility. I would say that, and again, we're looking for your input based on your expertise, but I would say minimally we're looking for a facility no less than 100,000 square feet.
Okay, schedule. Do you have a schedule to occupy in mind?
No, we don't. We're just looking, again, we're looking for information to determine how long it's going to take, and based off the information gathered through this process, we will determine a schedule, but obviously as soon as possible.
And is money appropriated? How will the project be financed?
We're still making that determination.
What is the desired time frame?
As soon as possible.
We anticipate awarding the project by June 27 of this year. Is the MPD participating involved in Innocence Project, ATF tracing forms? Whose question was that? Can you speak into the mic, please?
The Innocence Project involves keeping DNA-related evidence for perpetuity or until the end of one's prison term or death if you're a suspect. And that's sort of a federal nationwide effort that some cities are participating in or involved in.
Yes, we're involved in the Innocence Project, and there are some retention issues. The 65 years should cover it, as long as you can keep the DNA evidence, which can be a smaller package. If it's bulk items, then we have some ways of getting rid of those bulk items, per the law. Yes.
And then the ATF trace forms, do you have to gun for firearms tracing?
Yes, we also maintain the firearms tracing. That would hopefully be a part of the technology piece there. Yes.
The MPD seems to believe that it is so unique that the experience of others may not apply. Is this a fair reflection?
No, as Dan mentioned earlier, we don't believe that our requirements are unique or different in that context with other law enforcement agencies and jurisdictions. We're not unique, even though we're the District of Columbia. We're not that unique. So we're open to considerations and thoughts and experiences. I will tell you that two factors, they're not unique, but they are associated with the evidentiary storage that I didn't mention earlier, is a ventilation, a separate self-contained ventilation system, because as I mentioned with the drug storage facility, that room needs to have a separate ventilation system that does not export fumes out to the public. We don't want to contaminate the air supply. So it needs to have a separate ventilation system, self-contained, as well as filtration capabilities that filter those products that are maintained in that facility.
Do you also have blood drying facilities that you're incorporating here as well?
No, and that, I'm glad you asked that question. Part of the new forensic laboratory will accommodate a lot of those requirements. The blood drying requirement right now is done at the mobile crime facility forensic lab. that will not come into our facility. The DNA items that we are storing right now are predominantly associated with sex crimes. There are some items that have had blood contamination because of the assaults, etc. So we're maintaining those items. And that's where we have a concern, obviously, about having a temperature control environment so we don't accelerate degradation of the item. But the drug storage is a capsulized separate facility or inset to that facility that we want to have not only control of, but ventilation, humidity, and environmental safety factors with it.
Is the new warehouse going to be built at Shannon Place or a new location?
A new location, please.
Anticipated timing for the RFP, design and construction. We anticipate that the RFP will be issued February the 25th. And as I stated before, we anticipate award of the contract by June the 27th. And these are all just projected dates.
The district has identified a potential site on the St. Elizabeth campus for the potential location of this. We will also try and set up a walkthrough of that location as well to get an idea of the topography and all this stuff that we're looking at for this potential site.
More detail for the January 18th submission.
January 18th submission is not any particular format. We've left that open. We want you to present your ideas and concepts to us, and we will leave the content and the format up to you.
Okay, there's a question here. I can't really read it. It says something about other than the justice system. Whose question is that? Can you speak into the mic, please?
Yes. I wanted to know, like, if you intend the system to interoperate with other justice systems, like case management systems and things of the like.
There is, we would like to, we are pursuing a procurement action now for a evidence management system known as Evidence on Cue. It's a, so we would like to have the capability to interface whatever technologies, be they warehouse solutions or shelving solutions or asset management solutions, needs to interface with our asset management system.